The graduated response. SEN support in mainstream settings, presented by the Herefordshire and Worcestershire SEN Information Advice and Support Service. All children and young people are entitled to achieve their best in education. However, to reach their full potential, some children or young people may require extra support. This can be achieved within mainstream schools through SEN support. Every local authority produces a document outlining the support that it expects schools and settings to make for all children and young people with SEN or disabilities. In Herefordshire, this is called the graduated approach, and in Worcestershire, this is called the graduated response. If a child or young person is identified as requiring SEN support, the school or setting will involve the child or young person and their family. Sometimes you may be the first to be aware that your child or young person has special educational needs. If this is the case, then you need to speak to your child's teacher or the Special Educational Needs Coordinator, also known as the SENCO, to discuss your concerns. Where a child or young person has been identified as having SEN, schools should take action to remove barriers to learning and put effective special educational provision in place. The setting should then follow the graduated response, which consists of a four-part cycle of action: assess, plan, do, review. Assess. The teacher and the SENCO assess the child's needs using a range of information. This information must include the views of the parent or carer and the child or young person. Plan. The teacher and the SENCO will meet with the child or young person and their family to plan what adjustments, interventions, or support will be put in place. These can include small group work, additional support from a teaching assistant, or providing extra resources. The plan will also outline what impact the interventions are expected to have, as well as dates for reviewing the impact. Schools may call these plans individual education plans, IEPs, or provision maps, but this will vary from school to school. Do. The teacher is then responsible for ensuring the plan is put into action, working closely with any teaching assistants or specialist staff involved. Review. On the agreed date, the school, along with the child or young person and their family, should look at what progress has been made and decide on any changes to the plan that may be needed. Where a child or young person is receiving SEN support, the school should meet with them and their families at least 3 times a year to review progress, outcomes, and support. This cycle will continue until it is agreed that a child or young person no longer requires SEN support. However, should they require further SEN support at a later date, the cycle can start again. If, despite the planned support, the child or young person has not made expected progress, the school or the family may decide to apply for an education, health, and care needs assessment. For further information on the graduated approach in Herefordshire, see the Interventions Guidance for SEND in schools and other educational settings on the Herefordshire local offer. For further information on the graduated response in Worcestershire, see the Understanding, the graduated response guide on the Worcestershire local offer. For further information on needs assessments or other help that's available, see our local offer. Or contact the Herefordshire and Worcestershire Send Information Advice and Support Service on Hereford 01432 260955 or Worcester 01905 768 153.